I wanted to, before I get to the producers, just to give, just to put you guys like a frame of reference to what Gina was talking about with the locals, with the local opportunities. How many people from Atlanta? The people outside of Atlanta, do you get like a nonstop barrage of like attorney commercials on your urban radio stations?
One day,
Listen, there is a dude right now who made a beat that has Tigger rapping on V103 and Head Crack rapping on it on Hot 107.9 here in Atlanta. And that guy is making money on both stations. The stations can't use each other's promos, but that guy is making money on both stations. So like, that's an idea.
Can I add to that?
Yeah.
All right, so we did a panel a while back. Anyway, so you got the obvious things, TV, film, but it's video games. Now you got multimedia, you got YouTube, there's Netflix now. True story. He said porn. We all laughed, and then he was like, but there's music in porn.
Right.
So I was like,
allegedly.
it's music in porn. It's music in porn, trust me. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's music is everywhere. So I'm just saying, and part of your strategy, look at what's around you. Like, you're gonna start paying attention to it a little bit more.
Well, to add on to that, right? Okay, for the artists in here, or even the producers, right? I'll give you an exact case study, right? So I was working on a song called Good Times, right? We did the song maybe two years ago. It didn't place. We actually put it in for something it did not place. So we just put it back in the backlog. A couple months after that, we kind of got a call, hey, do you guys have any music for something and what have you? And they kind of wanted more of a dance hall feel to it. Took the same song, remixed it, now I have two versions of the song, right? Now that song, it's like, we were pitching that now for TV spots and so forth. They didn't use the lyrics, but they used the instrumental. So then I said, okay, well, you still have the rights to the song because you own the publishing, right? Do we own the publishing? Okay, so we own the publishing, we own the writers, so that means you could go ahead and continue to work the record, right? So when we noticed things started to slow down, we said, okay, take the record, release it, right? Put it out. You have Twitter, you have Instagram, and I know Gina could attest to this. TV advertising is super expensive, but you have Instagram, so I mean, listen, Snapchat and Instagram and all the selfies are beautiful and look at me shine on my money phone, that's beautiful. Take the 30 seconds and create your own ad. Take that and then say, okay, and that's what we did. Took Good Times. We did a YouTube video. We did a quick commercial for it. Go pick it up now, it's available on iTunes. It's a 30-second ad. Easy to send to everyone, right? If I'm sending something to Smitti, I'm sending something to Colliweedz, I'm like, listen, you guys want to hear this real quick or whatever, boom. Hey, I'm a producer. Let me put this ad together. Go check this. Everything goes down in the DM after that. Done. So that's a deal that you just closed. And then they might say, oh, I happen to be working on this project. Here's how you can help me. Either that record that you did can work, or you guys might end up working and partnering. Remember, partnerships, again, partnerships. That you're a business, Smitty said, you're a business. Look at yourself that way, you're a brand. Everyone sitting next to you, everyone should know everybody by the time we leave here, okay? Because I'm like, the important thing is this, 6 months from now, not everyone is gonna be at the same level. A year from now, not everyone is gonna be at the same level. And the funny thing is, if you're talking to the person that's right next to you, and 6 months from now you guys bump into somebody, overseas, LA, what have you. Hey, what you working on? Hey, I'm working on this. They remember you from here, right? How do you think this works? Friendships, relationships, trusted brands, and you can deliver. Most importantly, you can deliver. So just keep that in mind as an artist, as a producer. You have these things at your disposal, especially when it comes to advertising. Don't overlook that, because honestly, in my honest opinion, and this is just off record, I think right now, eventually we're gonna lose the freedom and the free access to Instagram, to Twitter, where you can just post these long posts. You can post all the, because it's advertising. So they're grabbing all of their names, the emails, and all the socials and so forth, and you've got all this stuff. You can do it for free now, and eventually that's going to get shut down, and then you're going to have to pay a premium to do that. It's TV all over again, new media.
You already kind of doing it now.
Yeah.
I have a quick question for you. just following up to what you just said, what does that ad look like if I'm a producer? And the purpose of this ad is for me to get a placement or whatever the case might be. What does that ad look like? Because it's not like go buy my new record. What does that ad look like?
Okay, so a production ad. Depends on what you produce. Depends on what you want people to feel from it. Come on, there's Google. I mean, you can literally just do a still. If there's some way that you want someone to feel. I mean, before this, it's starting to kind of fade now, but you know, I know a lot of producers in here, and we're probably guilty of it too. The tight beats, right? Yeah. So the tight beats. So there's still a way that you want people to feel. There's still a way that you want someone to react and respond to what it is you just created, right? So in the case of a producer ad on Instagram, what I would do is I'm listening to the track, I'm seeing how it might feel or what I'm supposed to feel. Is this a driving track? Is this something for the club? Is this something for the radio? Is this something for me to smoke to? Is this something for me to, you know what I'm saying? To vibe out, chill. You know, if I'm just going ahead and it's like, you have to figure out where that fits first, right? Then find the visual for it. If you don't have, there's people like Gina that actually do that and create the visual part for you, you know? If not, if you don't have that budget for that, that's okay. Find a still, find something, but you need to create that narrative using the still. And then you can go ahead and promote it. After promoting it now, you gotta send me somewhere. There's a point of sale, right? Send me somewhere. I see this beat is fire. Yo, I need to know what this is. But you didn't give me a link. You didn't send me anywhere. You didn't, you know what I'm saying? So give me something after that. It has to lead to somewhere, you know?
I also want to say, like, you need to know what your brand is.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Keanu Beats, something like that. I don't know if y'all have heard that. But what I like about what they do is every single picture that they put, because they don't do video, but the picture they'll, like a love picture, hip hop, like every photo that they have on there is dope. But the whole branding is the same. So it's not, there's a theme to it. So it's not like they got a picture of their mom and them, and they got a picture of something over here and that. Like everything is branded. So think about what you stand for, what your music is. Don't just throw stuff out because it's what's hot right now. Like stay true. My father's a musician, and I'm always like, stay true to who you are as a musician or a producer, an artist, or whatever, because you may be the next thing that's about to come out. And so that's exactly, like, know what your purpose is, even if you don't know what it is right now. It took me a long time to figure out mine. But I just know that every single thing I put out, it has to go along with that. And that's what your brand is. TBS, very funny. TNT, we know drama. Like everything we did went along those lines. So keep that in mind on your IG posts too.
How different is this process for a songwriter or an artist from a producer? In terms of getting these placements, is it important to have a relationship with the producers first? Or can you, as a songwriter or an artist, bypass the producers and go directly to the music directors?
As a songwriter, it's a little tougher. I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm a producer first. I am a songwriter, I am an artist, but I'm a producer first, so God bless the producers first. Without the sound, it goes nowhere. So I'm just saying.
So that goes right back to what he already said about y'all talking to the people in the room.
There you go. If you're a songwriter, and especially this weekend, there are so many people to link with. And so so many events that are actually going on too, that you guys can connect. If I'm not mistaken, I believe iStandard is doing something as well this weekend. iWrite, they're doing iWrite. Smitti, you doing something, participating?
I would say this. A lot of people don't know I was in the military, and when I got my first placement, I was in the military. Nobody knew. My first placement was Cassidy, and I was stationed in Oklahoma, Lawton, Oklahoma. Small town, ain't nothing there. But I used to travel, I think over 24 hours to come all the way to Atlanta to come to this event, and I'd be everywhere and meet everybody. So I should see all y'all all the time. And after a while, people are going to remember who you are. Artists are going to remember who you are, and eventually somebody going to say, well, what do you do? And then you're like, man, I'm a producer. And then eventually, well, man, take my email down. It's really just that simple. You got to network. Network equals your net worth. Remind you, I was in Oklahoma. There's nothing there.
And I can attest to that.
Yeah, it's horrible. Like,
Me and my artist yesterday, Matt, producer, just worked with Ao and Teo, and last night we recorded they recorded a song. Like they met at the last the event with Zaytoven. So like even library wise, like if you all talk to each other, I bet you got a bunch of tracks this person can sing. Get together. I've said this at SAE, and Billboard. Like you all can make your own library and then license that out. It could be from the A3C. You know what I mean? Like, but we have to stop being all about self all the time. We gotta stop, especially with everything going on in the world, yo. Like we gotta stop bonding and getting and building. Like we gotta rebuild.
Stop looking for the big artists all the time. That's what everybody's issue is, especially producers, which is what, oh, I want to get placements with this artist and this artist. Man, build your own artist. Find a dope artist, man, and come up together.
Let me just add something to y'all. To what y'all saying. This panel is from networking.
Yeah, we met.
Right.
We met
Yep.
on a panel.
Yep.
We met Smitti running around through all the events. We was at Patchwork or what have you. So that's how all of this came about. We met Todd through A King,
And I met A King because he came and saw me speaking on a completely different panel at A3C 5 years ago, and then I got to help them produce the Combat Jack show live here at A3C 4 years in a row after that.
Exactly.
If you're a producer and you ain't never been to an I standard event, you slipping already.
Yeah.
That's what I
You dead in the
started.
water.
Yeah. Yep.